Okay guys, so we've got a 2012 Jeep Patriot with the 2.4 liter engine, and we're going to do a throttle body cleaning on this. This vehicle runs pretty good, but at idle it can kind of be a little bit rough. So it's got 126,000 miles on it. We're going to do a throttle body cleaning. We're not going to remove the throttle body, but we're going to get access to it so we can clean it. The throttle body is at the end of this duct right here. So when you follow it down, where it connects, that's on the front of the throttle body. So we're going to remove this little intake plenum, and which, by the way, that's how you get access to your battery. And then we're going to remove this connector here. Might be able to actually just pull that right out of that duct. Temp sensor. Then 8mm, and then I'm going to have to reach down. You really ain't going to be able to see it, I don't think. It's right down at the end of that hose. I can barely see it, so I'm going to have to just reach down with a short, stubby nut driver or little ratchet with a 8mm socket. And there's another worm clamp like this. And once I take that off, this duct will come off and will explode. It will expose the throttle plate, and we'll be able to clean it. So let me get set up. So all I'm going to use is my little swivel ratchet and deep well socket. I'm going to go ahead and loosen this clamp off. Then I'm going to reach down and get to this clamp, and I'm just going to do it by feel. That should be enough. I think there's a harness attached to it. I'm going to get this in a position where you can see what's going on here. If you look, right there, you can see there's a harness attached to it. So I'm just going to have to pull that off, and then that duct will come right out of there. All right. This little tab is what that harness is connected to. And this is the part that goes onto the throttle body. So now you can clearly see the throttle body. Let me reposition the camera. Okay, you can see the throttle body opening right here. You should be able to see how blackened it is in there. Let me... See that carbon buildup all right there? And you can make sure the key is off. You can hold this open like I'm doing right there with my finger. Try not to put your fingers inside, and just get some carb cleaner, or they do make throttle body cleaner, brake cleaner, just about anything will work. Don't douche it down real bad, and just loosen that carbon buildup up. Scrub it out of there with a soft bristle brush, like a toothbrush, and
your wife is attempting to
that's about all you need to do. Alright, and that's pretty much it. Now, all I'm going to use some brake cleaner, and I've gotten a bunch of crap over that over the years. But if you go to an MSDS and you look up the ingredients in brake cleaner, throttle body cleaner, and carb cleaner, depending on the manufacturer, they all have their different, slightly different formulas, but a lot of them are almost identical ingredients. Acetone is a big ingredient in a lot of them, and stuff like that. So they're almost the same thing, is I guess what I'm saying. And all I'm going to do, I'm just going to shoot a little bit down there. I'm going to take my brush, shoot a little bit on it, and I'm going to reach down there and I'm going to scrub this thing out. And then whenever I'm done, I will do a throttle body relearn and hopefully get this thing idling a little bit better. Now, I've seen people remove these to clean them, and you can do that if you want. It's only 4 bolts and a connector, but I'm all about not doing anything more than I need to get the job done. You here to pick that bag up?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you.
You bet. Was it $20? Do I owe you anything, or?
No, it's 20.
She was selling up for, okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so hopefully now, let me see if I can get something to hold all this out of your way. Hopefully you can see how nice and clean that throttle body is now. And you'd be surprised, depending on the vehicle, depending on how bad the throttle body's gunked up, how nice it can help, especially the idle of a vehicle, if that's causing an issue. And you don't really know if it is until you clean it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and throw this back together, and then we'll do a quick throttle body relearn and see how it runs. Okay, got this duct on, and it's actually not that hard. If you keep this hose pulled up out of the way, I had it actually bungeed out of the way, originally just for the camera, but I put the duct in on down at the bottom, and then I fished this underneath the hose, and that actually made it a little bit easier. And as far as this goes, this is just a temp sensor. And then this piece just kind of falls in there, and then you've got these little tabs, that quarter turn tabs, and then you're back together. Here's the little setup I use to get to those clamps. There's my brushes. There's my cleaner. Let me go get my scan tool, and we will do a throttle body relearn and see how this thing's going to run. Alright guys, so here we are. I got the scan tool. We're going to turn the key on. We're going to hit OK to that 2012. I'm going to just go ahead and hit system selection. And we're going here to the powertrain control module. I'm not going to start the engine because I want to do a throttle body relearn first. Special functions. Learn ETC. That's the electronic throttle control. So we're going to hit that. Hit OK to that. Setting default values. Press and hold the accelerator pedal to the floor. I am now doing that. And then hit OK. Release accelerator, press OK. And ETC learn is complete. And we can now start the vehicle and see how she's going to run. And it might stumble a little bit right when you first start it up, just because you might have some carb cleaner still in there. And this is a completely cold start, so I'm going to just let her warm up. It seems to be running great, hitting on all 4 cylinders. And that's pretty much it, fellas. That was a throttle body clean and a throttle body relearn on a 2012 Jeep Patriot with the 2.4 liter engine. We're done. You guys take care.